Good evening, Durga. Welcome to A Synergy Solutions. And before we actually go to the course topics, let me introduce you about all about CBAP certification offered by IIBA, and also let you know what are the prerequisites which are required by for taking up this certification program of CBAP. So when we talk about, we do have a course, and our course is endorsed by IIBA, and the main objective of our course, which is offered by A Synergy Solutions, is to prepare you to take up CBAP certification. And when we talk about the CBAP certification, it is entirely based on BABOK. And when I say BABOK, BABOK basically stands for Business Analyst Body of Knowledge. And now currently it is there in version number 3. And when we speak about BABOK, it has 6 knowledge areas. So in this course, we will talk about all those 6 knowledge areas. When I say those 6 knowledge areas, they are business analysis, planning and monitoring, elicitation and collaboration, strategic analysis, requirement analysis and design definition, requirement lifecycle management. So when I speak about BABOK, BABOK is an amalgamation or a consolidation of all these 6 knowledge areas, and add to that BA competencies and BA perspectives are there. So in our course, we will definitely discuss about all those knowledge areas, what is their purpose, what is their objectives, and how they get related to your own work, the work atmosphere, or how you can relate them to your own projects. Every knowledge area that we speak about, every knowledge area will have its own tasks. It will have inputs, it will have element, it will have guidelines, stakeholders and outputs with each knowledge area. And we will be discussing about all those tasks, inputs, elements and guidelines. Now, when we talk about BABOK, we also need to be talking about identifying the key stakeholders to be involved with task activities within each knowledge area of the BABOK. BABOK basically talks about 50 techniques. In our course, we will talk about all those 50 techniques. I'll not only make you aware of those techniques, sorry, and I will also be talking about scenarios as to how you can go about, applying those techniques. In what scenario, which particular technique gets best applied, or which combination of technique gets best applied. And finally, the goal is to help you to apply for the certification examination, and also with your hard work and with our hard work, definitely see that you become CBAP professional. Now, when we talk about, I already spoke about these knowledge areas. So we have 6 knowledge areas, which are business analysis, planning and monitoring, elicitation and collaboration, requirement analysis and design definition, strategic analysis, requirement lifecycle management, solution evaluation, underlying competencies, techniques which are 50, perspectives are 5 perspectives are there. So all the knowledge areas along with the competencies, techniques and perspectives are a part of this course, and there will be an in-depth discussion on all the 6 knowledge areas along with the techniques and also the perspectives also. Now let me make you or run you through the process that you need to follow in order to apply for CBAP certification, and then subsequently take up the examination and then become CBAP certified. So what you need to do first is you need to register with IIBA to begin the process. And when we say registration, you can go to iiba.org site, register yourself as a new user with your username and password. Once you register yourselves, you can log into the IIBA portal. Once you have logged into the IIBA portal, you can log or you can start your application filling a process. And when we talk about ECBA, CCBA, and CBAP, you will have these blocks. You will need to fill up the education form, where you talk about your high school to your degree to post-graduation education that you can do. And you will also have a block which we talk about professional development form. This professional development form is nothing but, it basically talks about the number of PDUs that you need to acquire in the last 4 years in order to qualify for the examinations. The number of PDUs that you need to acquire is 35 PDUs. And when I say PDUs, PDUs basically stand for Professional Development Unit. Our course offered by Ace Energy Solutions qualifies for these 35 PDUs. So when you undergo our training program, you automatically will get those 35 PDUs, and you will be sent a certificate wherein your 35 PDUs will be given to you. Now, when you're filling the application, this is definitely a time-consuming process, and considerable amount of thought process need to be applied while you're filling up the application. You need to have 2 references. When I say 2 references, these references can be from your clients, your career managers, or anybody who is CBAP certified also can offer you these references. When you fill this references information in the IIBA website, an information about you would be requested, and the people whom you have mentioned in the reference form, they will be receiving a link from an IIBA, and once they open up that link, they will get a form, and that form they need to fill up. Now, unless and until both the references are not completed, you cannot submit your final application. That's very important. So this is one block. This is one block you will have while you're filling up the application. This is the second one. This is what Ace Energy will give you. This is what you would have to mention us, and you can perhaps tell me. I will help you and let you know how to go about filling up that reference form. This is the most crucial part when we talk about complete work experience. This talks about all the projects that you have done in last 10 years. You can claim your work experience for a span of 10 years. Now you would have to have the information, or you can refer back to your resume, all your project dates from start date, end date. One is a start date, end date, and the contact persons who worked with you on those particular projects, along with their email IDs, and the telephone numbers are required. Now this is very, very important, and the complete work experience, when we talk about, should equal to 7,500 hours, is a number of hours you need to show cause in order to qualify to take up this examination. Now once you have filled up all this information, completing education form, professional development references, and completing work experience, then you can submit your application with online application fee. Now the approval does come immediately nowadays. They have done a lot of modifications now. In case by any chance if the application is picked up for audit, then they would take a duration of previously it was 22 days. I don't know what is the current number of days, but if it is picked up for audit, they will ask you to send all the information, whatever you have mentioned in your application. But if your application is accepted, you can directly go, and this is no more paper-based, is not applicable. You can go and pay the examination fee, and once you pay the examination fee, you can go and book your examination. When I say this, confirmation and scheduling the examination you would have to do in pro-metric test centers. Pro-metric test centers. And
But
after
this
we have,
can be
yeah,
anywhere, right?
sorry?
Sorry. But this can be anywhere, like because I'm planning
Anywhere
to
in the
write.
world, anywhere in the world, anywhere in the world.
Okay.
And then once you have done that, study for the examination, write the examination, immediately you should be in a position to know the examination result. And once you get an examination result, you will be sent a certificate along with the wallet, certificate from IIBA. This is the process that you would have to be following in order to apply for IIBA's CBAP certification. Let's look at CBAP certification requirements. We have almost all 7,500 hours of business analysis work experience in last 10 years. Out of those 6 knowledge areas, you need to have demonstrated experience and expertise in 4 out of 6 BBOC knowledge areas. And these 4 out of those 6 knowledge areas, you need to have a minimum 900 hours in 4 out of 6 knowledge areas. So this is again one more requirement. I will share an Excel sheet with you where we will do all those calculations based on the data or the resume information that you will provide to me, and we will get those calculations. You will also need to have 35 PDUs. This is a digital certificate which Shruti will send it to you. And minimum is high school education, but in our case, most of the people will be definitely degree holders and 2 references. So this is the CBAP certification requirements. And when we talk about a professional development, it's basically what you have to, this is like attending a classroom wherein it has to be initiated by a instructor like me. And the entire course content should be based on BBOC. And we are endorsed education providers. A-Synergy is an endorsed education provider from IIBA, and all courses are approved by IIBA. So when we talk about those 2 references that you have to make it a part of your application process, those can be provided by your career manager, either your client or any certified business analyst professional. The examination, they have changed it from BBOC 2 to 3. In BBOC 2, when we became certified, it was 150 questions. Now they have reduced the number of questions to 120, but they have brought in more of case study oriented questions. And when I say case study orientation questions, it is a case study in a form of a scenario will be presented to you, and there will be multiple options given to you. And when I say those multiple options, there are 4 options which are given to you, out of which you have to pick the one right answer, and there is no negative marking. As of now, from the information that I have in this month of April 2017, we have not been provided with any cutoff in terms of how much of marks is required, but I definitely would suggest you to target at least 75 to 80%. More than 75% is what you should be getting in practice examination in order to qualify, in order to become certified. But very soon they will announce as to what is the cutoff mark that you require in order to clear the examination. I will share that information with you shortly, or otherwise you can keep referring to IIBA website for that information. Now, this is the the fee information, and when we talk about CBAP fee, application fee, when you're going to fill up, this is the amount that you will need to pay. Examination is going to be $325. That is, if you are a member, I would suggest you first apply your application, let it be approved, then you take up your membership. But it is also good if you become a member, there's a lot of knowledge resource in regards to a lot of books are available, and you can also download BBOC version number 3 as a member copy. So that's one advantage you have as a member. So I would suggest you to become a member. Definitely, that's a very good, very good option that you should consider before you take up the examination. So this is all the fees information which has been mentioned out here. And when I say Synergy, why Synergy? We have been doing this. We have been with IIBA for almost more than 3 years now. All our courses are basically approved by IIBA. All our courses are handled by CBAP certified, also PMP certified. And mostly these people who handle our training programs come from, great industry experience. That is the people who have already practiced and played the role of a business analyst, and they will be in a position to definitely explain to you as to what are the concepts which are mentioned in BEPOC, make you understand those concepts and also help you to apply those concepts, but above all make you exam ready and see that you become CBAP certified. And a testimony to that fact is, if you see here, more than our majority of us, the participants who we get are all reference based. And if you go to our website in asynergy.com, you can see the references who are mentioned out there. And even in the LinkedIn also, where you can look into my profile, there are a lot of recommendations which have been given there. So this is about the information as to what CBAP certification is all about, what is the process that you need to follow to fill the application, get approval from IIBA, what are the prerequisites that you need to require in order to qualify to take CBAP certification. And this presentation basically talks about that. Any questions?
First question is like, do I see whether I'm eligible to take the certification first and then go with the course and the certification, or just go with the course and then?
I think how many, Durga, what I'll do now, I'll close this meeting now and again send you one more, because I've recorded this for our Synergy. That's the reason I was not taking questions in between. Hello.
Oh, okay.
That was the reason I was just being very generic. So what I'll do is I'll close this now, send you one more link now. Okay, create one more thing so that this recording gets there for them. This is for Synergy. Okay, then I'll take up your questions. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to check your mail again and see the. Yeah, just wait.